you guys doing?
We're doing fine, fantastic. We're just helping, we're campaigners from London, and we're just helping Mark Reckless get into office.
Right, okay. And what was it about UKip that made you decide that you should join the party, if you like?
Because it's a party of change. It's a party that have people's interests at heart, and it has some good policies that are important for the growth and the future of my children and my grandchildren.
As a party that's talking about the truth, it's not about political correctness of some other parties. UKip say it the way it is. No countries in this world, for example, leaves its borders open. And again, it's all about cost-benefit analysis about the European Union. How much is this country paying to the European Union? How much is this country making from the European Union? Because you put it together, then you begin to know that UKip is the only party that is telling you the best solution to all this deterrent which the Conservative is doing is to get out of the EU. If you get out of the EU, you can control your own fate. You can control your own cost, you can control your own production, you can control your own GDP. It's all about it. UKip tells you the truth the way it is.
Okay, that's interesting. Do you think that Nigel Farage's is his man of the people thing is that what's propelling the party to more popularity? Is it based on the leader of the party? Or?
So it's not about the leader. It's about the vision what the leader have. Okay, it's not about This is not about Nigel Farage. This is about a party that cares and concerns about the people of Britain and wants to see things done right by Britain. And he's bringing about the policies that is going to change the landscape of politics in Britain. Just as simple as it is.
Okay. For most people, they don't really know more policies other than the sort of anti-immigration thing. I mean, do you have more?
What people need to do is to get on the UKip website and research it, and they will find the policies that we have on there.
And I also
we can stand here all day and tell you about a lot of policies, but people need to do their homework for themselves. Okay. People are so in their comfort zone. They're in their comfort zone for years. And nobody wants to come away from something that they've been comfortable with for years. So it's time for them to change that. Right? You're entitled to your opinion, sir.
And then
ignorance is deadly.
Again, you see, UKip is telling you about HS2, right? UKip is saying it's the only party that is telling you that no to HS2, right? The money you're going to use in the HS2, you can use that money to take care of the economy. You can even use that kind of money to take care of posterity. Why do we have to spend money building, fast tracks for fast rail? When we are suffering economically, people are losing their job, people are doing 0-hour contract, and you are wasting billions and billions of pounds in building HS2. UKip is saying no to HS2. This is another policy of UKip, which you should know, right?
Well, a lot of people sort of get the impression that something like UKip would be more. I guess they might even see UKip as possibly racist. How do you counter that?
All parties has their prejudices. Labour has their prejudices. All parties has their prejudices. People are entitled to their own opinion. That's what gives us a great democracy. You can have an opinion until you come to know truth. And if you want to know truth, you need to find it out for yourself. Simple as that. I'm not going to stand up here and defend any party about whether they're prejudiced or not. You don't have to be in a party to be prejudiced. People are just naturally prejudiced because of issues and in their own personal lives and areas that they've grown up in and what has been handed down to them.
Anyway, I'm not even surprised, all right? Once upon a time, UKip was called a fruitcake. Now, it's all about labeling, isn't it? Now, they're labeling us as racist. I'm a black man. Originally, I came from Africa. So if UKip is a racist, what am I doing in UKip? The fact that I'm in UKip is a very good example that UKip is not a racist party. And then you go to the policies, you have to read. Anyway, who is a racist? Is it the party that brought out a van and asked people to go? Or is it the party that said a British job for British people? Okay, who is a racist here?
I agree with this gentleman. It's about culture, not race. It's about values such as Christian values.
Exactly.
It's about heritage and history. It's about tolerance. It's about live and let live. And it's about sovereignty. It's about the people of this island, which has been multicoloured for centuries, but people don't recognise that. Yes, there was problems in the past, and just because of that doesn't mean we can't build a better Britain today, together, with shared values. What we, British of whatever heritage or colour, object to is the replacement of our culture by religions which are alien and hostile to these lands. There's no question about it. We do not want to be part of a European superstate which treats us like mere vassals. Have people forgotten that the people of Cypriot had their bank accounts raided by the EU? Didn't rattle anyone's cages. Have people forgotten that the Greek government was simply replaced without any democratic mandate whatsoever? This is the reincarnation of feudalism. And it's, for me as someone who's born in London, grown up in London, it just goes against everything that I believe in.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a UKip supporter. I'm about to go and buy my rosette.
Yeah.
I'm happy to add my piece. I hope I haven't offended you or
No, you're welcome.
butted in on anything.
I'll tell you what.
No.
I'll tell you what.
What's for you yourself?
I'll tell you what.
Thank you.
The freedom that is in this country here, when you look around the world where there's dictatorship like Iran and China and all those places, people don't have that kind of freedom.
Exactly.
Their cannons, water cannons, are chasing people off the streets. They can stand there and they can shout and they can scream, and nobody's putting water cannons to get them off the streets. That's the freedom that they have to express themselves, and that's great. Once it's done in an orderly manner and in a peaceful manner, and doesn't destroy anybody's lives or hurt anybody.
Although
that's fine.
they are obstructing a person's lawful right to march the high street. That means,
And that's wrong.
if we want to march, should we be obstructed from peaceful demonstration? I mean, that right exists in all common law countries like America, Canada, Australia, Britain, and there are people who want to suppress that. And when I look at the EU superstate and its unelected commission, unelected, it's critical. Supposing I become a UKip MP, if these guys want to vote me out, that's their privilege. If I don't deliver the policies, they can say, we don't want this guy, he doesn't deliver, we want him to go. The more we give our sovereignty to the EU, the less you can vote me out.
Exactly.
Or I can vote you out if I want to. That's the
You see, back in the days when I was in school in Africa, I was told that the only thing that the British Parliament cannot do is to change a woman into a man and a man into a
Anyway,
woman.
I must go to the office.
That's called
It's raining.
sovereignty, right? But today, what do we have? Now, the sovereignty has been eroded by membership of the EU. And you should also remember in 1973, when this country put pen to paper, it wasn't the political EU. It was economic EU. It was trading. It is not free movement of workers. What do we have today? Open door policies. And open door policies with negative impact on the NHS, negative impact on housing, negative impact on job. These are what we're talking about. UKip is not saying that people of the EU should not come in. No. UKip is saying there should be a kind of control of who comes in, who goes out. There should be a kind of immigration based on what this country needs. There should be a kind of immigration based on the skills that this country is lacking. That is what UKip is all about. Let's trade with the EU. Let's have a relationship with them, but let them not dictate for us. Let them not tell us about our law. Let them not insult our sovereignty. That's what this country is talking about. That's what UKip is talking about. And thank you very much.
Good.